yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do a Bitcoin review and price prediction for today. What is today? It's Thursday, the middle of June. Right? And yes, the year 2024. What day is it? I don't know. I think it's the 13th of June. But anyway, so let's quickly do a recap of what happened over the past couple days. Right? We saw on Tuesday, right? We saw the price dump out a little. Oh no, the price is dumping out a little. And when it did, if you were reading anything that I wrote or said in the Alpha Trading Discord or on the Alpha Trading live stream, then you would know, and also what Bilbo was talking about during the live stream, you would know that we said it's very likely, because of the probabilities, that it will mean revert, and probably to the upside, although it could certainly go sideways or down. As we've seen many times, you can have the mean reversions complete in continuation, right, or just by leveling off. Right? They don't always reverse, but mean reversion. I don't even know if you heard that, but this. Oh man, health stuff is whack. Always take care of your health, folks. Number one most important thing. Threw me for a bit of a loop there, but anyway, if you will have noticed, right, what happened, right? Because the probabilities were saying it was looking to the upside, right? That the mean reversion would happen to the upside. Now, how do we know it was a mean reversion? Well, we know it's a mean reversion because the asset hit a third band down on the 1110 RMLR and on the 3012 RMLR. Happened on the 3-hour, happened on the 90-minute, right? Happened on a bunch of, asset on time frames. Of course, it happened also on the 15-minute, right? Et cetera, et cetera. There were a lot of different time frames where it hit. So, once it stops hitting those bands for a couple of candles on whatever time frame you're looking at where it's happened, then the asset is in mean reversion. And it did so happen to be that the asset was in mean reversion, even like on the 3-hour, right? And was clearly reverting on the 4-hour, even though it didn't hit that band. It doesn't have to hit every band to be in mean reversion. It can hit other bands and be in mean reversion from there. It's just that when you have extreme moves, it usually is in mean reversion from those extreme moves, as it was the case. Now you might say, well, but a movement from 71 to 67 over the course of a day and a half, Bitcoin is not an extreme move. That's true. Price-wise, it's not an extreme move. But we don't care about the price. We're looking at the returns. And yes, dropping, 4 or 5% is not extreme for Bitcoin in the sense of it happens a lot. Drops 5, pumps 5, whatever. Right? But what was extreme is the movements the asset made on the standard deviation bands and on the Laplace bands. Those are two different distribution models, right? We use both of them because they're both highly accurate and great for trading. And we did see, in fact, that there were relatively extreme moves on those distribution bands. And there was a highly improbable chance that they would close certain time frames within certain bands. And sure enough, we saw mean reversion begin to happen. And that is precisely what happened. So yesterday, when the price action went up, about I think 15 minutes or so before our live stream went live, maybe a half hour or so before, whatever it was, I think it went up, whatever, around then, right? And of course, our thumbnail was spot on. Only one word on it, rocket. Right? Well, how did we know that it was likely to pump? Again, it was in mean reversion. And it had already hit mean reversions on those very low time frames. It already completed those. And it already completed, mean reversions way up on the 90-minute time frame. And it had completed or was completing the mean reversion on the 3-hour. So, and it was due to, it was looking like it was going to make a move to complete on the 4-hour. And that's exactly what happened. It mean reverted to the 3012 RMLR on the 4-hour as well. That should not be a surprise to anyone who knows how to trade the VEPs. And that should be a red flag or a wake-up alarm to anyone who's trying to trade Bitcoin or anything else and doesn't know how, is constantly losing trades. How do we know these things are going to happen? Well, because when you trade the VEPs, that's what you look at, is you look at mean of returns, you look at standard deviation of returns, you look at the returns, right, the returns of investment, and you look at those things. Right, what is the standard deviation of returns? Volatility. Right? We look at entropy, we look at probabilities, we look at statistics, so we see all this information. Right? We see the distributions. We know exactly where the distribution levels are. They're mathematically calculated. They're not random. And they're not just random averages that show up as an EMA 50 or an SMA 50, which is price-based nonsense. Right? Because all that is lagging information. We use leading information that shows us, information that is relevant about the present and the future. It's not just what happened in the past, which is what traditional TA is all about, telling you what happened in the past and therefore trying to guess what will happen in the future. That's not what leading information tells you at all. Leading information tells you the probabilities of something occurring now and in the future. Right? If you use the RMLR, you'll know exactly that we have that ability to look at what's happening now and to see also what's going to likely happen in the future with extremely high precision. What is the RMLR? That's one of our many indicators in alpha trading that we've created that, as far as we know, doesn't exist anywhere else, at least certainly not for retail traders. And it does tell you with extreme precision very specific and important and highly relevant things about the future. And it looks pretty damn deep into the future too. Right? In fact, our beta versions, I'm not sure we released them, but they look many, many, many more times the ones we tested in alpha and beta during the development stage. I think we might have released one version that does actually look at that, but anyway, even the versions that are released that people use look very far into the future and with an incredibly high degree of accuracy because of the way the math works, because of the way the action happens, and that action is following the returns, and because of the way the returns work, right? The returns are either moving away from the means or mean reverting. That's all they do. It should not be a surprise to anyone, therefore, that we're able to determine certain things about the future when we know about the returns and the price action. Just like we know about the standard deviation of returns and the price action, and we know, therefore, about the tendency of the volatility, right? And the tendency of the direction of price based on the volatility. We understand that. So that is what happened. Right? That's how we're able to tell where we are going in the future. That's why we are able to tell you that the price action was likely to revert to the upside yesterday. Although all the probability also existed that it would go sideways or down. What does that mean? Well, it means we trade low time frames. Right? We don't sit in long or short positions that are like swing positions for days or weeks at a time, or even many hours. No, low time frame trades, because the information is always changing. Right? It's always being updated. Even if the direction is staying the same, the information is changing. The returns are increasing. They're increasing more. They're increasing even more. They're increasing even. Suddenly they're turning around. They're decreasing. Right? Whatever. The information is dynamic. Right? Information is fluid and dynamic. It's constantly changing. That's why when you're in trades, you have to monitor them, because a volatile asset, especially, can turn around on you when you're not looking. And if you don't believe me, well, try it on a practice trade. Not on a real one, please. Try it on a trade with virtual money, right? A paper trade. Well, you just write down your entry, you write down your target, and write down your, stop out, where you're not actually going to put any trade on the exchange, so you're not putting any real money on this trade, so it doesn't matter. And go ahead. Let it ride. See what happens. Right? Chances are you do that 100 times. You just let it ride overnight. You're gonna be busted. Right? Over the course of 3 months, you'll probably get wrecked that way. Don't believe me? Try it. Do 100 virtual trades over the course of 3 months. Right? Swing trades, whatever. You'll find it's extremely risky. And you might win 20, you might win 30, maybe you'll win 40 of those trades. But you probably won't win much more than that. And if you tell me, well, I don't have to win 100% of them. No, you don't. But if you're winning less than half of them, then you're not really, statistically, a winning trader. You can tell me, yeah, you're making money on 20% wins. I get it. Been there, I know that. But that's not the same thing as winning consistently at least 2/3 of the time. Right? At least one standard deviation, at least 68.2 to 68.3% of the time. If you're not winning one standard deviation of your trades, you're doing something wrong. Right? And that's my opinion. Anyway, so as for predictions for today, what's going to happen? Well, you should kind of know by now that I'm not going to give you a signal. Oh, it's going to go exactly to this price or exactly that price. I might give you extremely accurate price calls. Right? But that's not the purpose of this place. Right? I talk about Bitcoin and crypto, and I talk about marketing, I talk about all kinds of stuff. But mostly those things really, on this channel anyway. And the reason that I'm not going to sit here and give you price predictions like all those fake TA gurus, right, who are shilling you links to their exchanges and their courses and their products, is because they don't actually know what they're talking about. They don't actually give you real probabilities. Right? I certainly will give you that. So if you want to know, just learn how to read the VEPs. That will give you all the probabilities you need. Or, if you're having a hard time reading them or understanding them, all you gotta do is join the Alpha Trading Discord, which is actually free to join. And it's located at alphatradinghq.com/Discord. And it's free to join. And you can even get free access to our starter pack of indicators, our volatility starter pack of indicators. And you can get free education to learn how to use those tools for trading specifically. So, again, you want to do all that, you want to learn how, you want an exact price prediction, come and learn how to read the information, and you will see for yourself what the probabilities are. Right? Again, alphatradinghq.com/discord. And if you won't join that yet, that's fine. Check out the Rumble channel, Alpha Trading on Rumble. Look up Alpha Trading on Rumble, or Alpha Trading VEPS, or Alpha Trading HQ. You'll find us either way. And yeah, we do our live streams from 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Be happy to see you in there. But again, if you want to participate, although you technically can participate there too through the text chat, we're most often monitoring what's happening in the Discord, because that's where our community is, and we do this for our community. It's an educational service we do for our community. When we review everything, we give much more detail than this 5-minute little video, and we go over specific analysis and probabilities of different assets, not just Bitcoin, but also Dixie and SPY and, well, pretty much everything else under the sun. Whatever else people want to see, if they are in the chat, they can ask by voice, they can ask by text in the Discord. So if you want to be part of that, it's free. alphatradinghq.com/discord. And that's it. Oh, look at that. I see people here in the live chat. And hello, I see you, hello. Yeah, feel free to join us in the Alpha Trading Discord. Once again, just go to alphatradinghq.com/discord. You can get the free tools. Just go to the request support channel and request free access to the Volatility Starter Pack. We'll give you those indicators, which are yours to keep as long as you're in the Discord. And we'll give you a free chart pre-populated with those indicators, and we'll give you free educational information to those indicators. For those indicators, you get access to real traders who use that stuff day in and day out, access to the live chat, etc. Okay, folks, see ya. Cheers.